Hey guys, I just wanted to walk through the performance task so that once you got your score back, you could go back and look at what you got for each question. And then if you weren't sure, you can watch this video and see why you either earned the points or why you got points off. So just start off with number one, Allie's planning a cookout. There's 24 people at her cookout. So she's going to rent tables and she wants to set an equal number of people at each table. And we're going to decide how many tables she needs. You can arrange the seating so it's reasonable and equal people at each table. So if there's 24 people altogether, you can either have 3 tables of 8 or 8 tables of 3. You could have 4 tables of 6 or 6 tables of 4. You're basically trying to figure out reasonable factors of 24. Now, of course, 2 and 12 is a choice. 12 tables of 2, that's usually probably going to have more than 2 people at a cookout. And 2 tables of 12 is awful large. So most of you went with these two. And I gave you credit as long as you chose factors of 24. Okay, so for this one, it's a word problem, and you need to know what to do with the numbers that you're given. So Allie's invited 18 adults and 6 children to a cookout. So that's still the total of 24, but 18 adults and 6 kids. So Mo, Allie's best friend, suggested Allie seats an equal number of adults and equal number of children at each table. What's the greatest number of tables Allie could use? So when we see this greatest number here, it's asking us to find the GCF of 18 and 6. We want to find the greatest common factor of 18 and 6, and then that greatest common factor is going to tell us how many tables we'll use. The second part of the question is how many adults and how many children are seated at each table. So one way to find the GCF is factor trees. So then I list my factors. 6 is 2 times 3. 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. And then I look at where they overlap. They overlap at 2 times 3. So my GCF is 6. That tells me that I have 6 tables. So if I have 6 tables, how many adults will be at each table? And then children. Adults, there's 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Children, there's 6. So there's 1 child. So 6 tables, 4 people at each, 3 are adults, and 1 is a child. Okay, so now Allie wants to rent a bouncy house. So Company A rents the bouncy house for an $100 rental fee and $20 per hour. Company B is $40 per hour with no rental fee. H is the number of hours that the house is rented. So we needed to here rate these expressions. So A, there's a $100 rental fee, and then it's $20 times hours, however many hours. B is just $40 times however many hours. So that part was good. I believe you all got that part correct. So now when we look here, it says, will it cost more to rent from company A or B if she rents it for 3, 5, or 10 hours? So if we look for 3 hours, company A is going to be 20 times 3, which is 60, plus 100, so it's 160. And company B is just 40 times 3, which is 120. So my question says, will it cost more? So it costs more for A for 3 hours. For 5 hours, we have A. So 20 times 5 is 100. 100 plus 100 is $200. For company B, it's 40 times 5 hours, which is also $200. So they cost the same. And then for 10 hours, company A 10 hours times 20 hours is 200, plus 100 is $300. And company B is 10 times 40, which is $400. So it costs more from company B. Okay, this question, it uses the same equation or same expressions that we used before. And I think some of you got a little confused with the wording of the question, so I wanted to make sure I explain it to you. So for company A, we still have the $100 plus the $20 per hour. And then for company B, we still just have the 40 times the hours. It says, for how many hours would Allie have to rent the bounce house from company B before it becomes less expensive to rent from company A? So initially, it's cheaper to rent it from B. I can just look at that for an example for, let's just do 1 hour. 1 hour from B is $40 and 1 hour from A is $120. So we are usually paying less for B. Well, in our previous problem, we saw at hour 5 that they cost the same amount. So B was less expensive up through hour 4. When we got to hour 5, they were the same. So in hour 6, is it more expensive now to go with A? Let's take a look. So if it's 6 hours, from A, it's going to be 6 times 20, which is 120, plus 100. So that's $220. And for 6 hours from B, it's 6 times 40, which is 240. So it is less expensive to rent from company A at hour 6. Hour 5 they were the same. Before hour 5, B was less expensive. Starting at hour 6, A is going to be less expensive. Okay, I hope after watching that, it clears up anything you maybe weren't sure about when you got your score or how I graded it.